Cayo Perico Heist is arguably the best way to make money in GTA Online, but that's only if you can complete it without wasting time or stressing yourself out. So today, I'm breaking down a super easy method to get the setups and the finale done in roughly 40 minutes. Well, technically, you can do it even faster, but this video isn't a speedrun or a world record guide. This is about completing the heist with way less effort and way more efficiency using some extremely useful tips and tricks. Also for this video, I'm going to assume you're not new to the heist, because this isn't a beginner's guide as well. It's all about cutting the chaff and making the process faster and easier. To streamline the Cayo Perico heist as a repeatable money-making method, I'd recommend buying two important vehicles. First is the Sparrow. It's a small, fast helicopter that'll be your main transport for almost every prep mission. It can fly straight in and out of the submarine, so you won't even need to switch to any other vehicle during the setups. Second is the Phantom Wedge, which you'll need for stealing the Longfin boat. Remember, before you start the heist, make sure you're doing all your prep missions in an invite-only session and set Kasatka as your spawn location. This way you won't have to deal with griefers, and you'll always spawn inside your Kasatka when you start a new session. Alright, now let's get into it. Now, the first mission is gather intel. For this one, whatever location you're assigned, just fast travel your Kasatka to the closest point, take the Sparrow out, and fly to the area. This spot always has 5 enemies. 3 standing together, 1 next to the car, and another one right by the plane. The easiest way to clear them is to lock onto the car and fire a missile, then lock onto the group and fire a few. Avoid shooting near the plane because you might end up damaging it. Using this method, you'll take out 4 of the 5 enemies before you even land your helicopter. This reduces your chances of getting shot down and saves you a good amount of time. After that, just land the helicopter, take out the last person, and steal the plane. Once you reach Cayo Perico, grab this bike right in front of you and head toward the communications tower. This is the route I recommend because it's both fast and sneaky. As soon as you take the bike, go to the right and ride up this hill, then go straight from here until you reach this road that leads to the beach party area. Once you enter the party area, just pass straight through it and exit from the other side, through the south gate. Now, when you come out of this gate, be careful, because there can be cars patrolling on this road. Once they pass, cross the road and go straight up this small hill to cross the checkpoint. You don't actually need to speed up to jump over it, because you can easily drive over the edge. And don't worry about this guard in the tower, you're not in his line of sight while doing this. By the way, sometimes there's a guard on this road, and if that happens, you can avoid his vision by riding along the edge of the hill, then cross the road, and then head toward this part. After crossing the checkpoint, stick to the right side and ride up this hill. From here, you can already see the communications tower in front of you. Now, all you need to do is drive up to the communications tower from this road. Before you move, though, make sure there are no incoming vehicles coming down this road. Once it's clear, drive onto the road and take a right. Be careful here, because there's a camera facing toward this road, so cross this section by sticking to the left side right behind the camera. After that, go up this hill and race straight toward the tower. Taking this route would look like this if you're practiced enough. Now, once you reach the communications tower, you need to search for the signal box. Remember, if there's a guard at this area, it means the signal box is somewhere on the top of the tower. If there's no guard, that means the signal box will be on the ground floor. Now hack into the signal box, open the Sightseer app, and check the cameras. Since you're doing this solo, you don't need to scout anything that requires 2 key cards. Just check the basement for your primary target, and then check the office for paintings. If you get a painting, you can plan your secondary loot around it, and make sure you leave enough space in your bag before going to the compound. When you do that, close the app and join a new session. This will complete your gather intel mission and spawn you back to your Kasatka. Now let's get started with the prep missions. First, you need to grab your approach vehicle, and in my opinion, the fastest and easiest option is the Longfin boat because it lets you move around the island without the risk of alerting the guards. So start the Longfin prep mission, then hop into your Sparrow and fly straight to the location. Now remember, don't fly over the police station or you'll get a wanted level immediately. immediately. We don't want that. Instead, land quietly on a road near the police station and spawn your Phantom Wedge from the interaction menu. When you have your Phantom Wedge, make sure your health and armor are full, or at least your health. Now carefully reverse the Phantom Wedge into the parking spot and attach the Longfin. Don't worry about the police for now and just focus on getting the Longfin attached. The police won't be able to kill you in that short amount of time. Now once you attach the Longfin, leave the police station and park your Phantom Wedge on the side of the road, and then kill your character. This will remove your wanted level and respawn you nearby. Now get back into the Phantom Wedge and drive to your destination without anyone bothering you. Remember, this isn't the time for you to have fun with your Phantom Wedge. Sure, you can drive fast since any incoming vehicles will be cleared out, but don't be too reckless and focus on your route. Now go to the destination, and instead of dealing with this irritating gate that takes too long to open, you can just break this fence and drive to the marker. Once it's done, just load into a new session to warp back into your Kasatka. Next, I suggest doing the weapon loadout mission before moving on to the equipment missions, and I recommend choosing the Conspirator loadout, which gives you a pistol, an automatic rifle, and some sticky bombs, which is a solid combination for the heist. Now, for the sake of keeping your mental health intact, if you ever get the Merryweather location, just reload into another session and try again. Because believe me, that mission is way too long and difficult to deal with. So if you get that location, just keep trying until you get anything other than that. Because all the other ones are basically the same. Now you'll get a building to enter that also has a roof entrance, and since you have your Sparrow, the roof is the way to go. Carefully land your helicopter and enter the building. Now there are 10 armed guards inside the building, and if you go in loud, it will become a very unnecessary and avoidable mess and a waste of time. So I would suggest you do this mission stealthily. And trust me, these guards are blind in both eyes, so it's actually very easy. Just follow what I do and you'll save a lot of time. Take out a silenced weapon, and before you enter the office, aim at this guy at the front, shoot the door open, and take him out with a headshot. Now go to the left side of the office and kill these 2 guards, and then take out this guy near the table. That's all. You only need to kill these 4 guards, and no one will bother you. Just go on, take the weapons, and leave. Make sure you exit to the roof where you landed your helicopter. Now, even though you did the mission stealthily, 2 helicopters will be waiting for you on the roof, so quickly get in your helicopter and fly back to your Kasatka. Enter it with your Sparrow, and that will complete the mission. Next up are the equipment missions. There are 4 in total, but you can skip the demolition charges. That leaves 3 prep missions you actually need: the Fingerprint Cloner, the Cutting Torch, and either the Plasma Cutter or Safe Code, depending on your primary target. So we'll skip the demolition charges and go for the Plasma Cutter first. I'll also cover the Safe Code mission right after this. Now fly to the location using your Sparrow and enter the building. Pavel will ask you to send him a picture of the planning board so he can locate the gang robbery, but there is a much faster way. As soon as you enter, take a few steps forward, pull out your phone, and take a picture of the room. You will see an option to send it to Pavel, so just do that and move on. You don't actually need to go up to the planning board and take a perfect shot. By the time Pavel gives you the coordinates for the new location, you'll already be outside in your helicopter. Now, when you go to the next location of the robbery, fire some missiles at the gang and use a minigun to kill any remaining enemies. Then grab the Plasma Cutter and fly off. Now, if you get the Bearer Bonds as your primary target, you'll get the Safe Code mission instead of the Plasma Cutter. For this one, fly to the casino and land your helicopter on the helipad at the top. From there, jump down near the elevator and you'll spawn directly in the basement parking area, steal the key card to the penthouse from this yellow car, then head back to the elevator and you'll be taken up to the penthouse floor. The head of security is always in one of 3 rooms: 512, 518, or sometimes 505. Just check these 3 rooms and you'll find him quickly. Once you find it, take out these guards stealthily using a suppressed weapon. Bring them together in your line of sight so you can land clean headshots on both of them quickly. After that, enter the penthouse. The head of security can spawn in 3 locations: the bedroom, the office, or the bar area. First, go right and check the bedroom. If he's not there, head to the office on the opposite side. And if he's still not there, go all the way to the bar area at the end where you'll find him standing near the counter. Wherever you find him, just kill him and the guard with any weapon you like and steal the codes. After that, let the guards kill you. This way you'll spawn outside the penthouse. Sometimes you'll get very lucky and spawn outside the casino with 0 wanted level and the mission already completed. Most of the time you'll respawn in the hallway, so you just need to clear clear a few guards in your way and escape through the elevator. Once you're outside, you'll technically have a wanted level, but for some reason, no cops appear on your minimap. So just stay where you are, wait for about a minute, and you'll automatically lose the wanted level and complete the mission. Then you can load into a new session to start the next mission back in your Kosatka. Next up, we're going to do the Fingerprint Cloner. Start the mission and fly to the warehouse. Now we know there are 4 guards inside this warehouse, and they start shooting as soon as you enter. So the moment the game cuts to you inside, press the take cover button on whatever platform you're on. This will make your character take cover behind these boxes. Then throw a sticky bomb at this guy and blow it up. Doing this will easily take out all 4 guards in a second without killing you. Sure, it will set the place on fire, but the fire doesn't kill you too quickly. Even if you lose some health, just eat some snacks immediately. Now just hack the laptop and leave. Now fly to the archive and grab the Fingerprint Cloner. It's always on the very last set of tables at the back of the room. Just circle around them once and you'll automatically pick it up. Now get back in your Sparrow and fly off quickly before the enemies show up. Enter your Kosatka to complete the mission. Now the last mandatory equipment we need is the cutting torch. Start the mission and fly to whatever location you get. Now this is another mission where it's better to go the stealthy way. Before you start searching for the cutting torch, make sure you put on the yellow hard hat. This lets you move around the area freely without alerting the guards. And it works about 90% of the time, so as long as you don't pull out a weapon or bump into them or stay in their vision cones for too long, you'll be completely fine. Here's a quick video about all the locations of the hard hat. After that, you can search for the cutting torch, pick it up, and fly back to your Kosatka without any trouble. Alright, now it's time for the finale. Complete all your selections, make sure you buy suppressors for your guns, and start the mission. Alright, now as soon as the cutscene ends, take a sharp left using the handbrake button and drive straight to the airstrip to grab your secondary loot first. Take out this guard with a headshot and go inside the hangar. I recommend checking the upper floor first so you can grab the best loot available and avoid filling your bag with something worse than what's up there. After you grab the loot you need, go back to your Longfin and drive over to the drainage tunnel. Dive into the water and enter through the tunnel. Instead of cutting the steel bars one by one, you can cut them all at once by moving the cutter across the entire row. Once you're inside the compound, go straight up these stairs, then go left into this archway and take another left at the very end. Then go right, jump over this small ledge, and stand right here near these stairs. Wait for this guard to turn away and walk to the other side. As soon as he moves, run up these stairs, turn left, and run past this guard here. Now stop here for a second because there's one last guard coming down. Once he comes down and stands still, just run past him as well and go up the stairs. Enter El Rubio's office and grab some extra money from his safe, or grab the paintings if you have them. Then open up the lift with your Fingerprint Cloner, head down in the basement, and take your primary loot. Then go back up by the elevator and run past all the guards you avoided before. Once you reach this area, be careful of this guard here. If he's walking back, you should let him cross you first. Once he does, jump over this ledge and then go left over these stairs. Alright, now, the main gate is in front of you. Be careful of this guard here who's patrolling. Let him go away first. By the way, this guard is a little smarter than other guards, and I think he can hear your footsteps or something, because if you get too close to him, even if not in his cone of vision, he gets alerted. So let him leave first, and then run to the main gate and select the escape point. Once you arrive outside, shoot this guard here, take his bike, turn back, and go up this path. Avoid this guard and hop onto the road, then turn left up this hill. Now from here, race straight along this path like I'm showing. Make sure you build up enough speed and use this little hill at the end as a ramp to launch into the ocean. Now once you're underwater, you'll see these sea mines, and if you follow the path I just showed, you'll fall more or less in this same spot. And here you can see a bunch of sea mines together. Focus on this one on the far left. Now make sure you have your rebreather equipped, and swim towards it as fast as you can, and stop right at the mine. Just wait a few seconds, and the screen will fade to black, completing the mission. Alright, that's it for this video. If you follow these tips, the Cayo Perico Heist is going to be way easier for you. I usually do all this, and it takes me about 35 to 40 minutes to complete the heist, which, honestly, really takes all the stress out of it. So hope you found it helpful. If you did, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more content like this.